Hi everyone. Right, what I'm going to show you now is the hat stand. Now, the one I made was in an S shape for Julie because that's the one she wanted. But you can do these anyhow. And so what I've done is I've taken a rectangle piece of chipboard, 1mm thick. I've done 2 matching spools, glued them on. I have these oval shape chipboard. And what it is the hat stand. So I'm making it different. I've glued on 2 discs because I want them in different heights. And all you have to do then, right, is I'm going to glue on one of the hat stands onto there. Centerize that, press that down. I want to glue on another of the hat stand onto this section. So there's no point in doing a tutorial on, well, it is a tutorial, but you know, it's just a basic way to do them differently. Think outside the box. What would you like in your miniature shop or your miniature bedroom, you know, or something like that? And there you go, you've got a perfectly good stand, miniature hat stand. I mean, if you're making a miniature shop, that would look fantastic in there. And these can be painted any colour. Now, I'm going to come back when I've painted this. I'm not sure of the colours I'm going to choose at the moment. This tutorial that I'm doing next is I'm going to make the trim caddy, you know, the wall hanger. And I've cut all different trims that I've got into small lengths. I probably won't need half of those, but I've cut them ready. A bit of ribbon as well. Now you need to make the box for it, and it's just a basic box. This is like 1 inch wide, so you need a well, whatever. Mine's going to be that way today. I'm going to do it that way. I've got a top, a bottom, and 2 sides. Now the 2 sides you must remember to put in the holes and make sure that they match, and the holes need to be, well, I don't know, you can put them at the back of the caddy. I've actually put them there. I'm going to have mine at the front of the caddy so there's lots of room. So I'm going to have mine like that. So all you do is to glue these in straight away. So I'm just going to pop the glue onto the side like that. Pop that onto my, make sure that's nice and tight. Doing the same with this one as well. Pull it off like that. Ensure that it's stuck. Don't forget to do the sides at the top and bottom. The same. Don't worry about adding these together yet. I'm not bothered about that at all. We join them in a minute. Today's it. Okay. Now, what we use for those sides are these structure strips. So all I'm going to do is pop that on the side like that. That'll hold that in place. And they're just strips of card that you fold in half. So you need them about 1 centimetre wide and then fold, no, 1/2 inch wide and then fold them. And then all you do is add them to your project. So this can all be done. Do it on a non-stick mat so everything lifts up easy enough. Like that. And then I just simply chop mine off. like that, and that holds that perfectly well. Now we just need a little bit more chipboard. Here we go. I've got a piece chipboard card, sorry. Fold that in half. You can use a scoreboard and that, but I'm not bothering at the moment. So I hope you can see this. Just a case of adding them in like that. Now just pull that off and see it's all put together. No fuss, no messing about, easy peasy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, as my grandchildren would say. And then you just trim the sides off like that. Yeah, that's fine. Now, you can paper this if you want to. I'm not going to do it because I don't have the time, and I basically just want to show you how to make the box. And that is so easy, isn't it? Anything like that, just glue down, it's fine. If any edges like that stick up, just glue them down. These are just simple things. Anybody can make these. As long as you've got your strips that match the length and the width. Easy box to make. And if you put your holes in first and they're at the right angle, you then need to get your poles ready. Now what I've done is, yeah, I've already painted mine ready. I'm just using the skewers again, and they just go in the holes, obviously like that. And you can work out where you want them. So I've painted mine ready. Just make sure they all fit. And that's all you need to do to make your caddy. I can cut them when I'm ready. But what I'm going to do now is to add, paint the caddy first. Paint the wall unit. Just paint that up. And I think we're going to do it in the whites. I know what I do want to do. I haven't got that. I'm going to do that as the top. There's a little bit longer gap there. I just want to add on a strip here, and you'll see why in a minute. So all I'm going to do, put a little bit of glue there, and then run the glue across the top. Fix that on like that. Just run your finger across it, just make sure it sticks. Chop that side off, and that, and we've got a little pelmet there. I mean, mine's not quite straight, but it doesn't matter. You will be doing it properly. Like I said, I'm just showing you how to do this. And now what we're going to do is to paint it. I've got my paint. Probably want 2 coats. You don't need 2 coats. If you want the shabby chic look, I could have done that first actually before gluing that on, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, if you want the shabby chic look, just continue with 1 coat and put it on rough. The vintage look, the age look, whatever you want to do. And I'm going to show you what I do with mine. I mean, this cabinet is very useful. You don't have to use it just for material. you know, laces and that. You can actually use this to put shelving in. It's a basic box. You can put some more, you know, put some of these in, fit them in, use it as shelving cabinet on the wall unit. You can put the front, put your miniatures in, make some perfume bottles, which there is a tutorial on how to do that. And then add some perspex, or you don't have to use perspex, acetate will do for a front, so that'll keep everything protected and clean. Lots and lots of uses for this particular cabinet. Bedroom cabinet, bathroom cabinet, kitchen cabinet, whatever you want to do with it. It's a basic box. And like I've altered it already by putting that on. You could paper it. You don't have to paint it. I mean, you're going to do yours a little bit neater than mine. I'm just really do quick tutorials just to show you. You take it away and you do it. You do what you want to do. And I see lots of people trying things out. It's quite a trend when we start doing things like this. It's goes through YouTube quite quickly. Because people do like to do things. They do like to try new things. Okay. Because mine will be hanging on the wall, I don't need to do the back. Just going to grab mine like that. That's it. Quite happy with that. I could then paint it pink, do whatever I like with it. Right, we'll just pop that away and dry that off. Look how quick that was to make. I'm not giving you the measurements because that's up to you. All you need, as long as you cut your back panel first, then you cut your strips the same height to match the length and the width. And if you glue them on with your structure strips, it's not going to come apart. Okay, so now we've got that. Yeah, that's fine. I'm quite happy with that. And now what we do is we're going to glue, put that to one side, our trimmings on. Now, of course, you need to leave space here. So I just put your, just check it out, put your thumb and finger where it needs to be, and then you get your trim, pop a bit of glue on, pop your trim on and wind that on, and you can put on as much or as little as you need. Always leave some hanging down. Now the other little tip about this is you must make sure that they all, you know, this hangs down at the same place on the front of each one. Otherwise you're going to end up with it all over. You know, it won't look right. So this has to hang down the same way as that just here. So as long as I pop that on like that, see, and then put the glue in the front just here. Pop that on. See how that's there with that? A little bit more actually. And then what I'm going to do with that one is to burnish the end to make sure it's like that. And that's fine, that won't come undone. They don't all have to be the same length, of course. And I've got a little bit of pink here. beaded trim. Like that. Alright, and take that bit off. Next door to that, I'm going to have a bit of lace. I mean, if you want to be really, really adventurous, make yourself some small spools, you know, holders like you'd buy, and pop your lace onto them and slot them on. Now that'd be nice. I haven't got time. I would normally do that, but I haven't got time. But, you know, I'd really make it lifelike as much as possible. See? So they're all like that. And I think that's enough for that one. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is leave the long handle to poke through first. Pull that out to the end. And just slot that in. And there you go. That's my first row done. And that would be silly because it's upside down. There we go. Put it back in properly, missus. There you go. Yeah, quite happy with that. Now what I've done is I've got some of this trim for the top. That's why I'd put the beam on. Or the plinth, should I say. Because I wanted to put a nice little... That's it. That'll look really cute. Where's my scissors? See, like that. Coming together, isn't it? Again, let's go back and finish these off. Now I can use that bit of trim that's left. Don't forget, this is a handle you're going to put slot in first. So we start here. I've cut that bit off, but I'm certainly not going to waste it. There we go. Like that. I've got a little bit of like a pleated trim here. Which I'm going to pop on there. Yeah. Make sure it's facing the same way. And snip that off. Like I said, you don't have to have it hanging down the same length. It looks more realistic if it's not. Got a little trim here that I can put on. So I do 4 or 5. If I'd have had the cabinet the other way, like I did Julie's, I think I got about 6 on each row. There we go. Like that. I'll press down. One more. I'm going to put a bit of ribbon on here, I think. Bit of satin ribbon. You know, like I said, if you're not into miniatures, maybe because you think, oh, I'm no good, whatever. This is so easy to do. It is unbelievable. So easy. Have a go. Once you get your confidence built up, you'll be surprised what you'll be making. And I'm telling you now, there's we've got stories before. Go and have a look at... I keep saying it when I talk about miniatures. Pam, the one and only Grand. That's her YouTube name. Go and have a look at her. Pam, the one and only Grand. Because that lady didn't know she could do miniatures until she did a challenge I threw out there. And she has hers on show and everything. But look at what she's managed to achieve. It is amazing. And the lady did not know. She's a friend. She didn't know that she could do it. And she's never stopped. Make sure they're about the same. That's it, like that. And then the last one, which I've got some coloured braid. I'm going to be starting to do more challenges, so miniatures will be one of them. I'm going to challenge you. In fact, I'm going to do a challenge now with this particular one. I'm going to add a little bit of trim here, some lace. Like that. There was another lady, and I'm really sorry if she's watching, I forgot her name, but she didn't do miniatures until she saw them, me doing them. She followed a couple of tutorials, and she's done absolutely amazing. And, you know, another one, it's brilliant to see the work that they're now doing. So there's quite a few of them, to be honest. Oh, let's do a bit of this trim. I don't think I've got a bit of this on. One more, let's have a look. A little, oh, I've got this lace, that'll do. We need a bit more lace, I think. Yeah, that'll do fine. Yeah, like that. Oops, sorry, wrong way. Yeah, wow. Like that. Now again, I've got a little bit more lace like that I'm going to pop on the bottom section here. Or am I? No, I might put the braid on. Is it long enough? A bit of white braid. Yeah, we'll do the white. Really carefully across there. Pop that on. Just to tidy the bottom bit up. Very quickly singe the end. Like that. And then what I'm going to do is to snip off these. Now I can glue them in if I want to. I'm not going to, because I might be, you know, I might change my mind at some point about what I've got on these poles. That's flown off somewhere. And I might want to change them. So for now, they're okay where they are. Just let me snip that. Yeah. Push that back through. Just like that. What I can do, if it'll fit, yes, I think it will, just put a little bit of trim. Just at the top for decoration. I mean, you could add flowers or whatever you wanted to add. I'm not going to, but you could. And there you go. a nice little unit. Miniature unit. With laces. Now, you could do a tie rack. You know, for the gents' ties. So do these longer apart. Like a row there and a row here. Think outside the box. What could you use it for? You could do it in a kitchen and hang your towels on. You could put a shelf on the top here and put your dishes on, your plates, you know, and then the bottom shelf put your towels on or your tablecloth. You just think outside the box. And I'm going to throw a challenge out. The challenge is you have to make one of these. We're not saying go out all elaborate and things like that. What I want to know is what you've used, how you've done it. So film it and show us. And the prize, I'm going to show you the prize. This is a challenge for everybody. Your prize is going to be some flatback pearl goodies, a mixed bag, nice big mixed bag. And you're going to get 2 yards of that beautiful shabby chic lace that nobody's got. And all you have to do, in fact, you know, you don't have to make one of these. No, because that might be too hard for somebody. You've got to come up with a miniature, be it a hat stand. Not as easy as that. You know, we've got to have something similar to that. One of these if you want to. The caddy. The walking stick caddy. The golf caddy. I want you to make a miniature of something. If you can think of something else, go ahead and do it. Link your video to this video. Because you have to film it. That's the main thing. You do have to film it. Or if you can't film it, you have to take photographs and let us see the photographs. And you can link them into these in a comment section, because I think you can link the pictures now. And you've got, let's have a look. What are we on to? Friday. You've got till next Friday to finish it. So you have to make a video or you have to do some photographs so we can see. But we need you, if you're doing photographs, we need you to tell us as well what you're doing, how you've done it, what did you use. And you can do any miniature you want. Anything. If you've never made a miniature, go ahead and do it. You'll get 2 yards of that beautiful, and it is stunning material that I did the glass bottles with, and a big bag of mixed acrylic pearls, flatback pearls. And that's the prize. So if you're interested, you have to be in it to win it. You do have to make a miniature. I don't want anything that's been shop bought. I will be able to tell whether you've made it or it's shop bought. I can tell you that now. So no cheating, please. No cheating. I'm going to come back because I've got this bed to make. I'm going to dress the bed. And that's going to go out as part of the prize of this material, bed and flatback pearls. And there you go. Thanks for watching. Take care. Link your video to this video or just do a video and send me the link. And you've got till Friday next week, a week today. Thanks for watching. Take care and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye for now.